Joran Sloot, the guy who last year finally confessed to murdering 18-year-old Natalee Holloway in 2005, a man with a known history of killing women, is apparently having sex with multiple women while in prison in Peru. Yes, Sloot is apparently seeing, and I use the word seeing, sort of feels weird saying that, seeing. It's not seeing them. It's having sex with them, and 3 different women during his conjugal visits. A Peruvian official telling Fox News Digital, quote, Sloot having free reign to have sexual encounters is nothing strange. Within the intra-prison environment, the inmate's sexual relationship is important for his rehabilitation and resocialization. The Peruvian official goes on to say, so much so that the intimate or conjugal visit is part of the sexual rights of every inmate, a constitutional right since it is part of the development of the human person. Sloot is serving a 28-year sentence in Peru for the 2010 killing of 21-year-old Stephanie Flores. He's also pleaded guilty to extortion and wire fraud charges related to the 2005 disappearance of Natalee Holloway. He was sentenced to 20 years in U.S. prison, which runs concurrently with his sentence in Peru. Because of the statute of limitations in Peru, where Natalee was killed, Sloot was not charged in her death, even though he confessed to it. Here it is.
She ends up kneeing me in the crotch. When she knees me in the crotch, I get up on the beach and I kick her extremely hard in the face. She's laying down unconscious, possibly even dead, but definitely unconscious. And I see right next to her there's a huge cinder block laying on the beach. I take this and yeah, I smash her head in with it completely.
You listen to that and you say, wait, what? There are now women, multiple women, coming to have sex with him in prison? One of the women on his recent visitor list apparently includes his so-called girlfriend, who allegedly helped him smuggle cocaine and marijuana into prison. She wasn't convicted, but Sloot got an extra 18 years tacked on his sentence for that. Back with me, 3 attorneys, Jesse Weber, Misty Marris, and Jonna Spilbor. Misty, this would never happen in the United States, correct?
No, it would never happen in the United States. The rules are a lot more buttoned up. It relates to spouses or domestic partners. And especially, I mean, his girlfriend, who had smuggled drugs in, is now permitted to come in these private encounters. That makes no sense in the United States. This would not.
And Jesse, you and I talked about something earlier, which is this may explain why he wanted to be in a Peruvian prison and not an American one, because initially we were like, why wouldn't you want to be in an American prison? Peruvian prisons are really dangerous. Now we know.
But here's why, because now part of this deal, he is not going to set one day in a federal prison. We know in federal prisons, there are no conjugal visits. Why not spend the rest of your time there? And by the way, talking about this idea of him having all these lovers, right? This is actually a phenomenon we see. It's called hybristophilia. This is when people have an attraction to those who commit crimes. It's a number of reasons why it happens. It's like the high-profile nature of it, the danger. They think they're innocent. They could be. You and I have talked about this too, right? We know where they are. Right. A great relationship for them. Right. They know he's locked away in prison. It unfortunately we see it. Alec Murdaugh, Brian Koberger. It just happens a lot.
Scott Peterson. It gets tons of, but again, the letters are different from actually going to the prison to have sex with him, right? I mean, the letters can be people who, for whatever reason, think the person was railroaded, or they have psychological problems, or whatever the case may be. But when you're actually going, multiple women, and let me read this before I ask John about this. This is from the New York Post, full screen 1. Over the years and at 2 different facilities, 7 different women have been approved for conjugal visits with Sloot, including his ex-wife, Lady Figueroa, who got pregnant while he was behind bars.
It is amazing to me that in the Peruvian prison system, you're allowed to date someone other than your cellmate, number 1. Number 2, any woman that is attracted to a man who has committed multiple murders of other women needs her head examined. It just should not be allowed. And
they may think he's innocent.
But to your theory, the word that you can't say 10 times fast,
hybristophilia.
Right? Well, they don't even they know where he is, but he's dating other women.
Right. And you got to wonder now that the other women have found out, right? Now that it's public, are they going to be like, what? What?
Right.
I thought I was the only one.
What, they weren't reading the prisoner lines?
Right, exactly. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.